nice to see you. You've been on the show a bunch of times separately, but the first time together.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, what better way to start your season?
Mother and daughter, yes. You both look great. Welcome, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it. How are the grandkids?
They are so great.
Three now, right?
Three.
Chelsea?
Yeah. Yeah.
3, 7, 6, and 3.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
and we had the best summer. How was your summer?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
just, it's very, very lucky. We're just happy and good, and the kids are great. And I know you spoil your kids, your grandkids.
Just a
She
little.
does,
Just a
Jimmy.
little.
No, I mean,
Then
to the
ask,
point.
did she spoil me?
She did. She did.
No,
Did
no,
she?
no,
She did.
no, no.
She's-
It skips a generation.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. You're supposed to both spoil and be kind of subversive.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Like,
so
do you need to have ice cream 3 times a day?
Yeah, that's what a good grandma
you know
does.
what? I want
Apparently.
happy grandchildren.
Yeah.
You know, and
Even with
Thank you.
bribery.
and even with bribery, and then Chelsea limits screen time, which I think is right. It's absolutely
But
right.
do you limit screen time?
Well,
Hey,
I just feel like there's so much they can learn. And we
That's
do.
exactly right.
like I go for a run, and my mom's like, just one video, and I'm like, okay, and I come back from my run like an hour later, and she's like, so we're on the 17th volcano explosion, and I was like, did we need the last 15? Like,
They've
two.
really seen a
Two
lot of
would have been
volcano
enough.
explosions.
Oh, yeah.
The kids are very
They can learn a
into
lot
volcanoes.
on
And
those
the
things.
megalodon, the gigantic
Oh, yeah, there's so
prehistoric
many great
shark.
videos to see.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that.
I just can't stop.
I'm happy that you're here. I want to talk to you about your show on Apple TV Plus, Gutsy. But I wanted to ask you both, because since you both have lived at the White House.
Yes, we did.
Yes. How easy is it to walk out with boxes of classified documents? Scale of 1 to
It's also, wait, Jimmy, it's the plural that kills me,
Yeah,
right? You're like, not
documents.
just one box or
Yes.
one document. Boxes and
What-
thousands of documents.
Does he know what he's doing? Does he? What would you do with that? I mean, is it for the presidential library?
Well, usually when it comes to presidential libraries,
Yeah.
everything is in the archives. We have a national archive
Yeah.
and record administration where everything goes and then it gets transferred to a presidential library. At least that's the way it used to happen.
Yeah. Now. Now he's got his own stash in his basement. of stuff.
I guess. I mean, that's what we're finding out.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. I also wanted to ask you, I got the opportunity, an honor to talk to the president of Ukraine,
Yes.
President Zelensky.
Yes, yes.
And as Secretary of State, I know you've been to Ukraine many times. What are the next steps for Ukraine?
Well, look, I am thrilled that they have gotten the support and solidarity of so much of the world, obviously Europe, the United States, Canada, but Japan, other places. They're getting the weapons they need to defend themselves, and they're now on offense. And I think we have to keep supporting them, helping them. They were attacked by an unprovoked act of war, and they've held out and they've done better than anybody could have predicted. And Zelensky has been a true wartime leader. I'm so impressed with him.
Absolutely.
And I think, the United States should stand with them along with all of our other friends around the world.
Good.
So.
Let's talk about Gutsy. Gutsy is a docuseries based on your best-selling book.
Yes.
About the book of Gutsy Women.
Right.
When you did that book, which of course we have at the house, did you think, we can make a show out of this or a docu? No.
No.
It was just a continuation of a conversation we've been having my whole life of stories that have inspired us, that we wanted to share, stories we were starting to share with the grandchildren. Thankfully, she gives them a diet of inspiration along with the third bowl of chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah.
And then we had the chance to turn it into a series, and it was just such a joy.
It's been so much fun.
So much
You guys
fun.
are obviously fantastic together, but I don't know if many people get to see this side of you guys as mother-daughter and almost like a comedy team when you're talking. You both go at it, you're like, it's just...
I mean, there's just so much to make fun of.
Yeah. Jen, trust me, she says the same
She
thing.
has never stopped. I mean, literally. I remember she's a pretty good put you in your place kind of person.
Yeah.
And
With love.
With love, yeah, sure. And so then, like, she was like 3 or 4, and I say to her, I think I should as her mother. I say, Chelsea, it's cold outside. You should wear a sweater or a jacket. She goes, I don't want to. I said, well, I know, but it's cold. And she goes, Mom, if you're cold, wear a sweater or a jacket.
That's a great line. Hey, you're cold, wear one. You should wear a sweater.
So that kind of runs through the series.
It's very funny.
She makes a lot of fun of me.
It's very good. No, but also, and you know what you're doing too. It's so good. But also, I love that you interview people like Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
Then you interview women like Jane Goodall.
Yes.
And you go, oh, this 2 women of 2 different things, both powerful, both inspiring in different ways. Yeah. I love that you did that, and you do that, and you take some chances on this docuseries. From what I've saw, especially Chelsea, you're like rappelling down a mountain and training with the FDNY.
I mean, okay, I can't quite call it training. Well, I mean, I put on the gear and I tried.
I think just putting on the gear, and walking upstairs is training. That's training.
I was trying to haul that hose.
Yeah.
It was really humbling, and I feel like gratitude is an insufficient word for how in awe I am of our women of the FDNY.
Yeah.
You
get to see it, you go, oh, you take it for granted, Is there a certain person that you had on the show you go, I want to make sure that this person gets a chance to say something?
Oh, there were so many of them. And partly, Jimmy, because, a lot of them we didn't know. We might have known of them, but we had never met them. And I'll just give you a quick recap of, we actually met a woman who used to be a white supremacist and got out of that life and now tries to deprogram others, and she takes them into nature. So we went down to Georgia. We went canoeing on a river together, and she talked about her life journey. And there was a young woman with her whose last name we didn't use because she had just come out of that movement of hate and violence.
And testified against some of the worst
and
neo-Nazi white supremacists.
So, you're with these women and you find common ground, even though their experiences are very different. And then the next thing I did was to interview 2 women who had lost their children to hate crimes. One was the mother of Heather Heyer, who was murdered in Charlottesville. And the other was a black woman. Her son had just been admitted, got his commission in our military after being in ROTC. He was standing, minding his own business, and somebody yelling racial epithets stabbed him to death. And talking to these women who had experienced about the worst thing you could from this kind of hate that sadly, unfortunately, is too much in our lives today, they were so amazing in how they were talking about they had to get through their grief and their hatred and their outrage so that they could continue with their lives and try to do something to help other people. So it goes from the funny, we went to Paris and went to the clown school and put on the red noses and the whole deal, all the way to serious.
We're secretly coming for your job.
Yeah, I know. I can tell every appearance.
I want to see you with the red nose.
Every appearance. Everyone knows I'm a clown. I want to show a clip. Here's Hillary and Chelsea Clinton in Gutsy. Take a look at this.
Going back to Arkansas helps us really think through some of these questions about what does gutsiness really mean? How do you make difficult choices? How do you take a leap of faith sometimes that you have no idea what the outcome is going to be? Going back is something I'm looking forward to.
Me too. I don't know if you're going to get much more in there.
You'll be surprised. That's very expandable. Oh, yeah, I got lots of room.
Do I need to sit on your suitcase?
No, I don't need. It's very.
I know you're very
reliable.
You're very loyal to that suitcase.
I am.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
Okay, we're done. Let's head to Arkansas.
Yes. You need to sit on it. Hillary and Chelsea Clinton, everyone. Gutsy premieres this Friday on Apple TV+. When we come back, Hillary and Chelsea are going head-to-head in the mother-daughter challenge. Stick around. Hey, hey.